I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. This is a beautiful saying from Song of Songs. It's a partnership and it's a love that Lizzie and Howard share that I'm so happy to be a part of, and I know that all of you, this beautiful circle of family and friends, are so happy to be a part of as well.
My sister and I, rather notoriously, did not get along when we were growing up. She was older, cooler, more popular, and definitely more social than I was. Beth and her friends were always the life of the party. Yeah. Mostly because they were usually the ones throwing the party. In our house when our mom was away. At the time, I was jealous of how much fun my sister always seemed to be having, and how she always managed to get away with it. But I do fondly remember the one time I got smug satisfaction when our mom came home from a weekend away and busted my sister's night before house party by finding one cup out of place. On a side note, thank you, Beth, for making that mistake. It saved me from getting caught a few years later when I had a couple house parties of my own. Cheers to Carol's Cruises. All right.
Our friendship started in Penn State. We had this big trip where we really bonded. It's when we went to Miami, and it was a scuba diving trip, so that's where we really bonded, and we really started developing our friendship from there, and then it was kind of like, it took off, and we became kind of best friends ever since. You know, J-Date works, that's our big theme. But, you know, she was talking, I don't know if there was one moment, but she would constantly talk about Howard. They went on their first date, and, you know, she didn't have much to say, and then she kept going on dates, and I think she kind of tried to hide it a little bit, you know, like, oh, it's no big deal. But, you know, when someone says that, it kind of indicates that it's a bigger deal than it actually is. So she was very happy with him, and things kind of progressed pretty quickly, and once we met him, we loved him, and they work. They are different, but in a good way. They're very compatible with each other.
He was very, very happy, and, you know, we could see, you know, when he brought her home to visit, we could see a change in him. We could see how happy he was and how happy they were together.
Well, I noticed that he talked about her a lot. He was happy. He wanted to do things with her, and it brought out a more social side of him.
He has some really close friends who are here today, and, you know, he knew how to party, but I think Lizzie brought out a more social, more talkative, more outgoing Howard.
You know, Lizzie is a very honest person. She will let you know how she feels. She gives her opinion, and that's great, and that's what I love about her. And I think honesty, trust, and loyalty, those are key foundations in a happy and healthy marriage, and those are attributes that she has really shown me, and those are things that I've learned from her.
Go like under, so we need two people to take the end of it, and then what happens is there's these three holes, and then there's three ribbons.
She is very loyal to her family. She loves her mother and father, and she loves David, and she loves me, and is always generous with that love. She's a very hard worker, and she's kind, and she's just our Beth.
3, 2, 1, here we go. And again. Nailed it.
Yeah, you look like that.
Sounds like you're gonna marry me.
One of the things we really love about Lizzie is how caring she is, how bright and how loving. Not only, did Howard see it, my dad saw it, we all saw it. And, we know that they're going to have a wonderful life together.
From my experience with Lizzie, she is warm, friendly, smart. I think that they intellectually complement one another, and I think that they both feed off of one another. I think that they're going to be very happy.
You know they are.
Oh, you're amazing. You're amazing. Don't cry, you're gonna make me cry. That is unbelievable. That's such a beautiful dress. Oh, I get close to it. Oh, sweetheart. Okay, you're fabulous. You gotta figure out how to dance this.
That's all right, it'll be a little bit shorter.
This is like, this would take me 15 minutes to read, so we'll read this later.
Sorry.
We'll read it later. Mostly classic.
No wardrobe malfunction.
Unwrap.
I also enjoyed the SpongeBob tie you had there. Dear fiance, phew, that's the last time we have to say that. I know I'm not the most sappy or emotional person, but I am today. Our wedding day. I'm so excited to see you in your tux. You're going to look so handsome. Today has been so fun already and will only get better once we're together. It's hard for me to admit what I need, but I know that I need you. You bring so much spontaneity, goofiness, level-headedness, and love to my life. So many sides of myself are totally balanced by you. I have so much confidence that after today, we'll take life by the balls and decide all of life's important things and appreciate and enjoy every moment because we're in it together. I love you, Howie, with all of my heart, which I am so ready to contractually obligate to you for the rest of my life. Let's do this. Love, Lizzie. P.S. There will be great accessories for our photos in the square. P.P.S. Relax, we'll be drinking and dancing before you know it.
He's got a great sense of humor. And, you can talk to Howard and, you think Howard is telling you, the truth, and he's really pulling your leg. And I think he has a really, he kind of gets that from my husband a little bit, They both have that ability to tell you something with a straight face.
Well, maybe it has something to do with being a lawyer. But no, he's a fun kid.
Not a kid, he's 31, come on.
He's 31.
Oh, I love Howie. I love his calmness. I love his gentleness. And he is such a perfect gentleman. He has beautiful manners, and his quiet way. He is just absolutely the best kind of husband for our Beth.
Dear Lizzie, you have made my life complete. I will love you forever. It feels like yesterday that we met for drinks at La Tosca. Over the past 3 years, you have made me happier than I ever thought possible. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world to be marrying you. You are an intelligent, gorgeous, and compassionate woman, and I know that you will be a great wife. I cannot wait to share life's journey with you. Love, Howard. Oh, wow. All their little earrings. Yes. Hey. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh.
Once we both left for college, though, I started to realize how amazing my older sister was. She had really set me up for success by being so incredibly misbehaved and rebellious. Mom just assumed that it couldn't get any worse. I got away with a lot. In hindsight, Mom, I'm sure you knew that I had friends over when you would travel. I distinctly remember a sticky Kahlua stain that you noticed on our hardwoods, and I rambled and babbled some incredibly transparent lie about how it absolutely positively wasn't what it absolutely positively obviously was. But you let it slide because, hey, at least it wasn't as bad as whatever Beth had done. Beth and I spent all our younger years in the same holding pattern. She would have all the fun, and I would watch with envy and only hope that one day I could be as cool as my older sister. It wasn't until we were both in college that things started to even out. Mostly because Beth realized how much fun it was to get me drunk and watch me be an inexperienced party idiot. One time, she gave me some shot glasses without telling me they were doubles. And I drank so much that I ended up sitting on the roof of my friend's car parked behind our house in my underwear, pretending to drive it with the lid of a trash can. But the next morning, when I was swearing up and down that I would never drink again, Beth went out and got me Gatorade. She told me, "Don't be so dramatic, avoid acidic foods, don't move around too much, and drink this, you'll be fine." That was the first time I remember her giving me actual sound advice, and it was the moment I knew our relationship was changing for the better.
Well, it's a beginning for Beth and Howie. It's the end of one part of their lives and the beginning of another.
I'm so happy.
In 20 years, I would like to see them, of course, in their own home and with their children, because I do think Beth and Howie will have marvelous children. And especially, I know my son would love to be a grandfather.
Howard is very kind, very heartfelt. Howard is very patient, and Lizzie needs a very patient person. So he really compliments her in that way. He's like her yin to his yang, if that really makes sense.
And I feel they're both mature enough to handle marriage and to be good parents. And certainly they have to know by now that it is give and take. Sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 100-0, but you just have to go with it and know that it's all going to work out if you work on it.
The ketubah is an illuminated text that represents some of the thoughts that Lizzie and Howard have about their union and their marriage, and they've chosen this beautiful illustration of the seasons. I think it's very much them, in my own opinion, because they're always there for each other. Whatever the season is, whatever the weather is, whatever may turn, whatever may fall, these two stand by each other, and it's a beautiful representation. As well, there are a lot of things that are growing, and that's the basis that you have, that so much of what you have is about to bloom and about to grow, and it will be, your life is going to be filled with this Torah, this tree of life and living, and I think that you picked the most beautiful ketubah.
What I told Howard before this morning, before he was getting married, is that it's important that you listen to your spouse, that you discuss issues. There's going to be arguments in life, but the best way of dealing with it is to talk it out. And I think he understands that. I think that's the key to a long, successful marriage, that both of you talk to one another and work out your differences. And I think it's good for the couple, and if there's children involved, it's good for the children also.
Well, she made a beautiful bride. There was a lot of emotion and just a lot of happiness. And you could see it, on their faces, as the cantor was talking and chanting. And, it was interesting to, see more of the traditions. Our daughter got married and didn't do all the same traditions of, walking around one another. I thought that was beautiful to have there.
We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. As you are sharing wine from a single cup, so may you, under God's guidance, share contentment, peace, and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and each of its moments hallowed by the true companionship and love that the two of you share. Howard, Beth knows that you are the perfect complement to her wild and crazy personality. You keep her grounded and balanced. Along with being a perfect gentleman, respectful and kind, she describes you as tall, dark, and handsome. You share much in common, including a sense of goofiness and humor. Your bond is interwoven with mutual interests, willingness to learn and explore, and just love each other. You make her life whole, happy, and balanced. Lizzie, Howard's favorite part of the day is the time spent with you. He loves your bubbly, outgoing personality and your fierce loyalty to your friends. And he even loves it when you drag him to some trendy tapas restaurant. You challenge him to try new things, to step out of his comfort zone, from boating to snorkeling, adopting a cat, traveling internationally, or even going on roller coasters. So it would be wonderful that you get to share this ride of life on the roller coaster of life. Do you, Howard, take Elizabeth to be your wife, promising to cherish and protect her, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together with her a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
I do.
Do you, Elizabeth, take Howard to be your husband, promising to cherish and protect him, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together with him a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
I do.
Hare at Mikudeshet li Betaba'at Zo Kedat Moshe Ve'Yisrael.
With this ring, be consecrated to me as my husband, according to the faith of Moses and Israel.
Tonight, the stars are beautiful. Look at how they shine. My heart feels the same. Whoa, tonight, I burn like candlelight, waiting for our king. All love you bring.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this fabulous celebration for Beth, my daughter, and my new son, Howard. Elizabeth, when a child finds love, parents find joy. Howard, Elizabeth, your love is so apparent to all of us that you have brought tremendous joy to Carol, to Janice, to Martin, even to me. Let's raise our glasses to Mr. and Mrs. Howard Klein. Hear, hear.
Hearing the words I know.
Howard and Elizabeth, we love you both very much. We know you're going to build a wonderful, wonderful future together, life together, and we're so excited that we can be a part of that.
Lizzie, I'm thrilled to see you marry your best friend, and I'm so honored to be a part of your special day. I just want to give you a few lessons that I've learned in my first year of marriage. 1 is to forgive and forget. 2 is to laugh often, and I know you do that very well. And 3 is to never go to bed mad at each other. Life is just too short. I just want to say, may your life together be filled with lots of love, happiness, and laughter. And Howard, I love my best friend. Please love and take care of her forever.
Beth, my favorite daughter. On December 27th, 1985, you changed my life forever. Now Howard will change your life forever. Together, you are a new family, but always a part of me. Thank you, Howard, for all that you are and for all that you will be together with Beth. L'chaim!
As we transitioned into young adulthood, we left behind childhood differences. I finally realized that she wasn't the devil's spawn after all. And now I can't imagine my life without her. We're so close now, actually, that sometimes I think we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I can prove it. A few years ago, when I was getting ready to come out to my dad, surprise to nobody but him, I was really wrestling with the best way to do it. But like I said, Beth and I must have some sort of deep mental connection because she somehow knew that I was planning on coming out. And so she did it for me. While she was drunk, a week before I got to do it myself. Thank you so much. So, in that same spirit of ruining a life-defining, paradigm-shifting moment, I'd like to now turn to Howie. On behalf of the entire McMichael family, it is my honor to say to you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your bride swallowed a live goldfish her freshman year of college. I'm sorry she once passed out drunk overnight in a tube station in London. I'm sorry she belches more than a competitive soda drinker. And mostly, I'm sorry that she somehow duped you into signing up to endure all of that for as long as you both shall live. She must have had a really good J-Date profile picture.
I remember her walking down the aisle and she had tears in her eyes. And they were tears of joy, I'm sure. The marriage ceremony where she and Howie held hands and they looked into each other's eyes. It was so beautiful. And her coming down the aisle, twirling her bouquet, and that's the typical Beth move.
My estimate of the secret of happiness in life is to share both your good times and bad times with your spouse, work them out together, and the good times will come.
I think they have the key to happiness. I think you just look at their faces, they're happy, they're joyful. I just think, looking at them, you know that they're going to have a wonderful life together.
Lizzie and Howard, you guys are truly meant for each other. I can say, too, having known Howard for as long as I have, he's certainly changed for the better. So, Lizzie, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for moving Howard out of the slums of Crystal City and into D.C. Thank you for taking him from happy hours at Clyde's to tapas at Oyamel. Thank you for graduating him from a mattress on the floor to a real warm bed. Thank you for getting him to stop paying his bills with a check and teaching him about the wonders of the internet. Whatever that is. And thank you for coming into Howard's life, truly, and unlocking that party animal that me and his close friends have always known about, and letting it out for the whole world to see.
No matter what life brings, if it's you and me, we're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything.
But in all honesty, Howie, we're lucky you found her. Literally, she is a runner. One time, she climbed out her second-story bedroom window and jumped off the roof to run away to a friend's house because she was mad at our mom. And now she works for NASA, go figure. Really though, it makes me so happy to see Beth so happy. She's definitely a handful, but Howie, you have more than enough heart and patience to fit in perfectly with her and all the family baggage that comes with a McMichael. To wrap things up, I just want to say to my older sister, my role model, my never-ending source of fun and happiness, Beth, no matter how different we were when we were younger, no matter how much I wished I could have been as cool as you, always remember that I still got married first. And Mom, Mazel Tov, despite the odds stacked against you, you still managed to get your gay son and your wild and crazy daughter married off to nice Jewish boys. J-Date works. Cheers to Beth and Howie. Here's to a lifetime of the best insanity you could ever hope for. L'chaim.
Yeah. Come on, I don't care.
Just came in here to dance. I'm not looking for a man.
Oh, it's all empty. Oh my god, they're all upside down. Damn it. I'm gonna open a new bottle.
Oh yeah, and Mom has more too.
Ooh.
Aim it away. Damn it, I look good.
You can tell which lines people know.
I know, none of them.
Where it's open mic in the band.
That's not a thing.
I heard that.
Oh, sweet.
It's over.
I don't know where we are in the song. If it's gonna.
It's over! It's not over!
This is on video now. I'm most impressed with Evan for coming to this bachelor party in New Orleans.
Yes.
And dealing with all of you.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.